So I came up with this idea that makes it so simple. I mean, it's a game changer. I mean, I'm actually excited to mow the lawn again just so I can do this. Hey guys, welcome to my garage. Now I've talked to you about my Cub Cadet zero-turn lawnmower and cleaning it and all that stuff and how I spend all this time really just doing maintenance. And you know, you mow the lawn, then it just gets clogged up with grass and you have to wash it out. You know, and there's times where I wish I could just halfway through mowing, you know, just wash it and then get back to mowing because the grass gets clumped up in that mower deck. But getting up in there and cleaning that out can be a pain in the butt. And I'm sick and tired of doing it. Now, let me show you this thing that's on the mower deck. This little thing right here, back up so you can see what I'm talking about. This little thing is for a hose adapter. So you can take your garden hose and you hook it up. You run the lawnmower, spin the blades, and you have that garden hose going. And then it's supposed to wash out underneath your mower deck. Well, I've looked at reviews, and it's pretty hit and miss. They don't work that well. Plus, it's only on one side of the mower deck. Now, this is a 50-inch mower deck. I got the mulching blades on here, so it doesn't kick out the grass. But you don't have a hose adapter on this side. So you're lucky to get one side of this thing cleaned with that, but you're not going to get the whole thing clean. You know, and then up underneath this deck, you got to take that off and see all the grass that's already up in there. I left it dirty so I could show you guys. Yeah, that's it. That's my excuse. But you still have to hose off the whole top of it and then do that. But you know, my deal is I would like to be able to just drive up onto something and wash it and then continue on. You know, there's some days where, you know, maybe you let the grass grow a little long, maybe it's a little damp and it just likes to clog up. And, you know, you want to be able to just clean it halfway through a mowing and then get back to mowing. You don't want to have to go over there and get under it with a hose and do all that stuff, which is what I end up doing. I stuff a hose up under there and go around it, you know, and I spend a good 10-15 minutes cleaning it out every time. But usually I just do it after I'm done mowing. So I needed something that would make my life easier. This is what I ended up doing over the Labor Day weekend, and I'll share it with you guys. Hole here. I'm going to stick that post in it. This is the end of the irrigation pipe. It runs all the way from the well way up in the front there, and it handles all the sprinkler zones. There's 12 zones, 65 sprinkler heads. I used one of the zones to water the raised beds here. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to add a hose just because there's so many times I wish I had a hose out here. So I think I'm going to try to rig something up that uses this high pressure. I'm not going to turn that on and show you yet because I don't want to mud the hole, but I want to make something that I can just ride the lawnmower up onto or over and then turn that thing on and clean the mower deck. Okay, so I got the post put in. It's a lot easier with a tractor. It's pretty solid. It'll settle down and pack a little more. I added a little water just to kind of help it settle, but I don't want to rot the post. That's good water pressure. So I'm going to have this pipe run to that, and then I have a hanger up here on this side or that side for a hose. I'm gonna put a spigot on here. Probably do the spigot on the other side. And then I'm gonna have that pipe continue on here with another valve. So if I ever want to extend off of it, because I have another acre out here I could water. And then probably off of this side, I'm gonna create something that comes off this water main down here to where I can just bring my zero turn, my Cub Cadet up here, park right on top of it, and maybe have a valve here. Just pull up next to this post, turn the valve, and have that just gush water up underneath the mower deck. Clean it out. I did another video, you guys might have seen it, where I used the Yanmar here to pick up the lawnmower just so I can get up under it and scrape it. And then I sharpened the blades in that video too. Yeah, so it's one of my little projects, keep me busy. Alright, so I made this little manifold. The water input right here, and then tees off and then goes to the 90-degree elbows. And then that'll extend across the bottom of the mower deck. And then I'll join them back together on the other side. This is what I got so far. Pretty simple. The water supply comes on this end. And then I'll just drill some small holes in it, create some little jets. This is my workbench. Another use for the tractor. Yeah, this comes in handy. Bring all the stuff you need in the bucket, just raise it up and use it as a workbench. You can see a little grass there. That's just the grass I didn't wash out from the last mow. I mean, I rinsed it off, but I didn't get it all. So this worked pretty good because it got the rest of the grass that I didn't get to. So I can't wait to try mowing the lawn and bring it over here and give it a hit and see what happens. So much easier. Works pretty good. I can mow a lot faster now too because it doesn't get warmed up. Let's come over here right in the middle of mowing, clean it out, and go back to it. I made this path with gravel. It's about the width of a bucket on Little Red over there. That's my Yanmar. This ground here, it's light powdered dust, dirt, ash. You can see the white stuff. I don't know if you can see it very well in the camera, but that's all volcanic ash from Mount St. Helens from the 1980 eruption. And it's just under the surface, and it's just from all the driving around with the tractor and just doing all this work back here. It's, you know, I exposed it. So it creates a lot of dust. So the reason I put this in was just to give me a path for the lawnmower. So when I clean the mower deck, I can just drive it on this without kicking up all this ash and sucking it into my air filter and my lungs. I mean, this is bad. Here's my wash rack, wash plant, lawnmower wash, whatever you want to call it, but it's all groundwater. And I have an 8-inch well, and that's a 2-inch pipe coming out of the ground. So there's good volume coming out. And the idea, this is just a hookup for a hose. So I'll just thread a hose on there, put a hanger here on the post, just hang a hose. Yeah, it's kicking up all that ash. Looks like steaming water, but it's not, it's ash. So that'll be the hose. The idea is to just drive up here with the lawnmower, park the mower deck over this wash rack. So what I did here was I drilled holes in it, and I just tried to get the holes to go in different directions, you know, so it'd be thorough and get all the spots. And I actually brought the mower up here and parked it where I'd want it, just so I'd see where to put the last holes, because I didn't want holes out here just spraying out into nowhere. But when you have the lawnmower parked on here and you turn the water on, it's all contained. If you park on it, you know, square, you don't expose any holes. And this is the valve to turn it on. I don't want to turn it on just yet because it'll spray me. And this, I just put this here to continue on. I can have the irrigation go on and water more stuff. There's another acre out here at least that we could water. So that's a lot of water volume. I had a pile of rocks, and I used Little Red here and brought it back. Brought some rocks back here, did that path. And then I also put rocks around here. I actually used the backhoe on her, dug around, you know, did a little trench around this wash area and then out this way. And then I just filled it all in with rock. And the idea is to get the water to flow away. Because before, when I tested it out, I didn't have the rocks here. And it just turned this whole area to mud. So the rocks serve a couple purposes. You know, it's to keep the ash dust down from sucking it into the lawnmower, and to keep this mud down. So when I pull up on this and turn the wash rack on, clean the underside, and if it's, you know, the end of the mow, I can take the foot plate off where you put your feet when you're mowing. Take that off, because that gets grass up inside there too, above the deck. Then I'd be able to just grab my hose that I have here, turn this on, just give the mower a spray, get all that grass off, turn that off, put the foot plate back on, and drive her back to the garage and put her away. That was my Labor Day weekend project. It really didn't take that much time. Most of it was, you know, just think tank, like how do I want to do it. But I tell you, without Little Red here, this would be a really tough job. Having to wheelbarrow everything around, digging with shovels, and the soil is so bad here. Right underneath that ash, you get a bunch of boulders. So we'll see if I can hide without getting too wet. Turn this on. See, that's pretty good. It just got me all wet. But that's a lot of water. It's good volume, good pressure. So imagine putting a lawnmower up on top of that and having that just spray for, you know, 30 seconds to a minute. It's going to clean it out really good. And I can actually bring the RPMs all the way up on the mower and then turn the PTO on with it up there. I was a little afraid the first time I tried it, just because I didn't want it to hit rocks, but you don't have to lower the deck. I keep the deck up at 4.5 inches when I'm doing this, and turn the blades while this water's going, and yeah, it does a really good job cleaning it out. You can see this is hitting all the way back here. It's already making mud out there. It's spraying so far. Sure beats a hose underneath it and that little adapter thing they say you can put a hose into. Yeah, nothing beats this. This is a total game changer. I can't wait to mow the lawn again. I mean, this looks like something that would be in front of the Bellagio. When I'm done mowing the lawn, I just pull up to this thing, turn that valve, give it 30 seconds, maybe hose it off, drive it back, and park it. No more getting up under it with a hose and spending 15 minutes scraping crap out. Now I can't wait to mow the lawn again.